Hi, I'm going to be doing a recitation of The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Once, upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as if someone gently tapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Merely this and nothing more. Distinctly I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember brought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow. Vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow. Sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore. Nameless here, forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. Presently, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor, entreating entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor, entreating entrance at my chamber door. Merely this and nothing more." Back into the chamber turning, on my soul within me burning, soon again I heard that tapping, somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is someone at my window lattice. Let me see then what thereat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind and nothing more." Open wide I flung the shutter, when with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute stopped nor stayed he, but with mien of lord or lady, perched upon my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Paris just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Soon that ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the strange and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. "Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou," I said, "art sure no craven, ghastly, grim and ancient raven, wandering on the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on this night's Plutonian shore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." Ah! Now the raven, sitting lonely on that placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing further than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than uttered, "Other friends have gone before. On the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed by an unseen censer, swung by seraphim, whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Once more on the velvet sinking, I retook myself to linking, fancy unto fancy, thinking with this ominous bird of yore, with this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore, meant in croaking, "Nevermore." "Prophet," said I, "thing of evil, prophet still if bird or devil, whether temptress sent or whether temptress tossed thee here ashore, dissolute yet all undaunted, on this desert isle enchanted, on this home by horror haunt, tell me truly, I implore. Is there, balm in Gilead, tell me, I implore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." "Prophet," said I, "thing of evil, prophet still if bird or devil, by that heaven stretched above us, by the gods we both adore, tell this soul, the sorrow laden, if within the distant Aden it shall clasp a sainted maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels name Lenore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore. Be that word a sign of parting. Bird or fiend," I shrieked upstarting, "get thee back into the tempest on this nice Plutonian shore. Leave no black bloom of a token of the lies thy soul has spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the buffs above my door. Take thy beak from off my heart, and take thy form from off my door." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." Now the raven never flitted, still is sitting, in that pallid bust of Paris just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamplight o'erstreaming throws a shadow on the floor, and my soul within that shadow that lies floating on the floor will be lifted Thank you.